Welcome to Valerie's Real Talk Podcast. My name is Valerie Smith and I'm your host. Today is episode 74 and it's another episode of Your Reflection on Sunday. And I want to talk to you about patience. Many times we think that we have to respond to everything, and many times we don't. We have to have patience to deal with the difficult things in that we call life. Many people are going to rub you the wrong way. What you see on television, you should not be worried about. What's happening on the job, you got to have a lot of patience today. You have to have faith. You have to pray. You have to really, really be mindful how you respond and be patient in all costs. Now, a lot of people will look at when a person is patient and humble that they're weak. Then they're in for a surprise, because behind a person that is patient, behind a person that is humble, there is a leader behind it all. Those who take advantage of people who are patient and try to tolerate their actions, they really don't know who they're dealing with. Because when you're patient, you learn a lot about others. You don't sit there and try to judge others because they're not being reactive. Or even if they are reactive, they're still a person of patience. Because even though a person speaks their mind, sometimes they don't even speak at all. Because sometimes we want to be on the offense because of what somebody said. But silence is golden, and silence is just like patience. And you have to measure your patience and see, where does this take me? Does this serve me? This is what you got to ask yourself. That's why patience is very important to have. Regardless what a person does to you, regardless how a person trying to push you, you have to have patience with all levels of folks, at all levels in business, and all levels of folks. People will have opinions. People will say what they want to say. And it's up to you how you respond to it. In mindfulness, let me just explain to you about what mindfulness is. Mindfulness, it makes you look at a problem for what it is. It will have you stop, think, and ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it worth the time and day to waste your energy on foolishness? Or is it worth time to explain why something is? But in this case, we have to learn that it's okay to practice patience. Just try it one time. Try it one time where somebody is disruptive. It could be in a business. It could be in the work life, whatever meeting. It could be between a sibling or a family member. Just test your patience. Are you a person that just get easily upset? Or are you a person that just sits back and observe? That's what you got to ask yourself. Because there's going to be a time where you just don't have to say anything. Allow people to be who they are. Remember what Maya Angelou said. When a person tells you about who they are, believe it. You can't change them. They're not going to change for you, even if you try to say it in the nicest way possible. It's very important to let people be who they want to be. They're just showing you who they are. And that's why patience is very important. Sometimes you got to listen with your ear before you react. Before you say anything. Because sometimes when we react and we're ready to say something, it can damage you. And that's why you got to hear and listen and listen. Because everybody cannot be saved. Everybody cannot be saved. Everybody is not going to like you. Everybody is not going to think on the same level as you. Because they have a way of acting, they have a way of thinking, and they have a way of how they see things. But they're never going to see it on the same level as you. Stop trying to change everyone. That's where patience falls in. You have to learn how to silence yourself because everybody don't want to be saved. Leave people where they are. If they lack understanding, that's not on your part. Let them be. Live the life that you're supposed to live. Live with purpose. Live with gratitude. Live to be in a place where you know who you are. And that is why you must practice patience, because people will try to push your buttons and take you to another level that God don't want you to be. Never come down to a person's level that's trying to pull you down. But always remember to have respect for yourself. You don't let nobody pull you down. And like Martin Luther King said, what's in your blueprint? And he said, don't you ever let anybody pull you down and trying to discredit you because to make you feel so low because they feel low. And that's why you have to be silent and you have to hear what a person is saying to you or how they act towards you. Don't react. Just listen. They're talking to you. They're telling you who they are. And if these people don't want to change, don't try. Don't try at all. Because you are who you are. And you are a person of patience. You are a person of love. You are a person that respects all people. Remember, patience is key in all things. So your homework today, I really want you to define what patience is. And then ask yourself, do you practice patience? Do you react to everything that comes towards your way? Because if you are, you want to practice mindfulness. Look it up. Mindfulness is going to teach you about patience. It's going to teach you how to solve problems effectively. And most of all, it's going to teach you how to listen and make sound decisions. I want to say thank you for joining me at Valerie's Real Talk podcast. And remember that patience is key in everything that you do. And I look forward to seeing you next week for episode 75.